and think he's going to win federally, guess what? You just got Justin his seat next to Trumpy.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because you're trying to get us on board with this kind of stupid shit.
No, please, fuck no.
Oh God. Okay, Gordon. Before I lose my mind, you tell them what I'm talking about, please.
Okay, guys. So, if anybody's flipped on the news in the last few days, they've heard about this. A woman in Alabama got shot in the stomach while she was pregnant by a guy, and Alabama has let the guy go. No charges against him, but she is being charged, formally charged, with abortion.
She was shot in the stomach. Let me reiterate.
She was shot in the stomach. She was not willfully shot. She did not want to get shot. She was shot in the stomach. And now the guy who shot her, he should be up on attempted murder charges, is not. Instead, he goes free, and she is looking at being charged. She has officially been charged, and they're going to charge her and prosecute her, and probably end up putting her in jail for willfully aborting a child.
Well, see, that's the part that I'm going to have to look into. We're going to have to come back to this tomorrow, because a whole bunch of stuff doesn't make any sense to me. Number one, she didn't willfully abort anything.
Of course she didn't.
They would have to prove she was planning on an abortion prior to this for it to be...
the only thing they would have to prove is that she told and paid or told the guy to do it. That's the only thing that they could actually possibly do. But even then, under Alabama law, a woman is not supposed to be getting charged for abortion. The aborter gets charged. So regardless of no matter what goes on, the shooter has to be the one that gets charged for this, not the woman, by their own law. But yet they're not doing that. They're going to charge the woman for an abortion, even though she just got shot in the stomach and lost her child.
What was she doing that he would get off without at least attempted murder or attempted manslaughter or even an assault charge for shooting someone?
See, that's the only thing, because I haven't looked into it enough to find out exactly what the details are. I've just been catching parts of the stories and conversations with people about it, and so that's where that's gone.
The only thing I can think of that would make sense is if she was asking him to give her an abortion, and he was so against it that he shot her in the stomach, and is now being hailed as a hero.
But even then, that still doesn't make any sense.
No, of course it doesn't make any sense. It's fucking Alabama.
Wow.
This whole thing is just... Do you not understand that women's lives are in danger here? And I don't mean women who are in the danger of being shot, although you're going to see abortion doctors start getting shot again, too, like they did in the 90s. Way to go. That was great.
That was awesome.
Always love reverting back to violence against innocent human beings. It's such a much better answer than having a surgical procedure get rid of what's basically the same as a mole or any other cluster of cells. A mole, a goiter, anything you would have removed from your body that's a disgusting cluster of cells. That's what these women are trying to get rid of. But instead of just being gross, this cluster of cells will grow up to be a criminal and hurt people. So, just most of the time. I'm not saying, all kids are going to grow up to be that way. Just 98% of them in Alabama.
Just a very high number of them. Yeah.
Very high number of them are going to be uneducated, malnourished, abused, and they're going to be criminals and and they're going to steal people's moving trucks full of their shit and leave them in Surrey. And it could have all been avoided. Could have all been avoided if you could just get rid of this. Now, God damn it. In Canada, we were at one point, and I don't know where it got to. I kind of lost track of it, but we were pushing for the morning after pill, which is that's a great middle ground for everybody. The morning after pill, no side effects, Woman's fine. You're getting rid of not even a baby. It's just a maybe baby. You're getting rid of a maybe.
Yeah.
And so the abortion question, the morality of it doesn't even come into play. And the repercussions of a pregnancy also don't come into play. And yet somehow this thing is not being promoted like crazy. Why is RU486 not being touted as the miracle cure to this fucking problem? If they had that in Alabama, this wouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah, but unfortunately, cousins don't like to abort, apparently, so it's been a problem.
This is goddamn... I don't understand how... it's almost as stupid as Flat Earthers, but it's so much more offensive because this is actually going to lead to people getting hurt, not just people...
Flat Earthers don't hurt anybody with their... They just look and sound stupid.
Well, they probably hurt their parents quite a bit by living with them till they're 50 and being...
See, I think that's the argument for abortion. I think that's the pro-argument. Well, you can either make abortion legal or make it illegal and ban the fucking fan club of fucking Flat Earthers.
Yeah. Or what we could do is actually start putting some money into sex education, and maybe we won't have so many ass-backward fucking people getting pregnant at 12 years old and having to deal with this decision. Let's educate people. Let's get fucking religion out of the conversation. Stop listening to the goddamn Pope who says you can't use condoms. Yes, use your fucking condoms. Always. Even if you're not having sex, throw a condom on just to be safe.
I walk around with one on me all the time just to be safe.
Well, if this is a problem with you, my God. Let's the fucking...
I just can't believe that we're actually having this conversation and we're not just like cracking jokes about making up a scenario that's really stupid.
No, I would like to make jokes.
Happening.
It's just not fucking funny. There's nothing funny about this. We're in the 21st century now, and a lot of people are trying to take us back to the 1800s for some reason. Your kids are having sex, and the ones who aren't are getting raped, and you don't want their babies. You don't want the babies of two 12-year-old Alabama trailer park people to be growing up and think they're going to contribute anything but pain to the world. It's just... I don't know where the heads are at here. It's
just a level of absolute and utter stupidity that terrifies me for the future of this.
This is what happens when you read the Bible too much and make decisions.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's the Vatican keeps coming out against contraception, and we have to stop them from doing that. It's absurd. They're perpetuating AIDS in Africa, and they're perpetuating people in Alabama, which neither of those things should exist.
No, not at all.
In the 21st century, clearly. And I'm sorry if you live in Alabama and you're offended by that, then you should fucking move out of Alabama.
I am not sorry. Fuck you. Fuck you, Alabama. Your entire fucking state. Fuck you.
Women are...
Fuck you raw. No spit, no lube. Fuck you.
This woman didn't die, luckily. She's just gonna get... Now, there's no way any fucking... What are the district attorneys gonna pursue this? You can't.
I will absolutely guarantee it. Absolutely, they're going to.
It would be career suicide to do that. You're gonna have...
Not in Alabama, it won't. In Alabama, this will be a promoted good thing. Alabama is behind. They actually support this decision.
Oh, I'm sure they do, but you gotta... The states... I know every state thinks it's its own country, but they're not. And this is going to end very badly. Just like Georgia not getting the film industry, and now Alabama, you can kiss goodbye to any sort of Hollywood production in your town ever. In your town, I'm sorry, your state. They're leading, I swear to God, they're leading toward a new civil war. That's what's going to happen down there. Everyone's getting to the point. This is going to be, they're polarizing the country, and I wonder if it's on purpose. I really do. Maybe they're
just that angry about their statues being taken down.
Yeah, that could be it. But even the liberals are doing it too. They're taking things to an extreme. Everyone's going to this extreme. They're polarizing the country, and it's going to get heated. And they're not the type of people who can diplomatically handle these things. This is why you get militia groups and Unabombers and Ted Kaczynski's and Timothy McVeigh's of the world. It's when you start pushing these things to these extremes, you will always get someone who takes it too far and thinks they're doing a service to their state by killing a whole bunch of people on their behalf. And that's what's going to happen here. Abortion doctors are going to start getting killed. Now regular doctors are going to start getting killed. Now guys with guns, like, you're going to set a precedent where shooting women is okay. Do you not see that?
That's exactly what. If this does not end up as either A, just getting thrown out of court straight up, or by the whole thing just being flat out reversed and the guy being charged, if that's not what happened, then you are literally just saying, all you're saying directly, you're saying it's a bold statement, and you're saying it's okay to shoot a woman.
No, I think what you're saying...
It doesn't matter.
I guarantee, here's my prediction, and if you followed the show over the last year and a couple of months now, about 14 months, this show has been a thing. My predictions tend to come true rather quickly. Here's what happens. It's a matter of, before the end of this summer, someone shoots a relative to prevent an abortion. Someone has a relative who's talking about abortion, thinking of an abortion, and father, uncle, brother, stepdad, someone fucking shoots her to prevent it. Promise you this happens this summer. Before Labor Day, this happens. This is going to be the answer now. If this motherfucker walks free, then it becomes a solution. It's a means to an end. I didn't want to shoot her, but she was talking the crazy talk.
Yep, didn't have a choice. Had to do
And
it.
we got that weird doctor with the funky... highlights in his hair. He just seems like the type who might do it. So I didn't want her. Oh,
you forced me to do it. What am I supposed to do?
She made me do it. She was talking about getting rid of. She was talking about getting rid of the baby.
That's it. I didn't have a choice.
The baby still dies when you shoot them in the stomach, you idiots. Technically, the dude committed the abortion. Really.
Well, that for me, that's what says it all. He created the abortion. He's the one who should be getting charged. If you're going to charge him for anything, you charge him for that, because that's the guaranteed open shut case.
At least up here, he'd get a fine for having the gun not properly stored.
Yeah, exactly. In Canada, you're supposed to throw instead of using the gun, you're supposed to throw the box that it's in at people.
Yeah, exactly. But at least she probably wouldn't miscarry if she got that thrown at her. This is just going to a degree that is going... I can't even imagine where we're going to be in a year because of this fucking law. I haven't heard of any more states jumping on board with it yet, thank God.
Not yet.
Well, no, don't thank God. That's part of the problem. It's getting frightening. I'm frightened by stories like this because it's turning people against each other to a level where it's going to get violent. That's the only solution is violence when it comes to this kind of thing. Someone's going to get stupid and someone else is going to get mad about it, and something's going to get blown up, and a lot of people are going to die over this. I promise you. There's some big thing happens. A father or a relative is going to shoot a woman because she talks about abortion. That happens. I know this happens. And then a large group of people is going to die until this law is changed. That's not a threat. I'm not saying I'm planning something. I'm just saying this is going to happen in America. Because that's what always happens. Some Olympic stadium gets blown up and a whole bunch of people die that didn't have to. Because one idiotic governor has one idiotic thing against an abortion. And why? Again, it doesn't affect you. And it's not...